mat in day 19. Today we're going to work on a few strength building exercises. So it'll be a shorter practice today, but a good workout. So we'll take the first flow through in tabletop. So we give those modifications first, and then we'll take it up to our downward facing dog and experience the poses from there. When you're ready, you can grab any materials that you need that you like in your practice, and we'll go ahead and get started. We're just going to start off in child's pose to tap into our breath, clear our thoughts, and welcome ourselves to our mat. So I'm going to sweep my legs from either side, and then I'm just going to sit back towards my heels, pressing my hips back towards the end of my mat, pressing firmly through my hands, and then gently glide down to my mat. Now you can keep your head on a block, or you can take it down to the floor, whatever feels comfortable. I'm going to keep my head lifted just so I can talk to you guys. So we begin by just releasing and feeling our surface here. Again, welcoming ourselves to our mat and to our practice today. You can begin by closing your eyes or softly gazing down at the floor. And we'll begin to tap into our breath. So we'll take a deep exhale wherever you're at, pulling that belly button in towards your spine. Take a full, deep, long inhale through your nose, controlled breath. Feel your hips lift a little bit. And then exhale, press firmly through your palms, sink your hips back towards your heels. Beautiful. A few breaths just like that. Inhaling slow with control, filling up your backside body. Feeling those hips lift just a little bit. And then exhale, completely release, ha. Again, inhaling. And exhale. Melting into your surface. Take a few more breaths like this on your own. Maybe even incorporating a pause at the top and bottom. One last round here. Exhale everything out. Let any thoughts float away with your breath. Then we'll take our breathing into our Ujjayi breath. So sealing our lips and inhaling and exhaling out through our nose, cultivating that oceanic sound. As you inhale, the waves wash in. And as you exhale, the waves pull out. On our next inhale, we'll slowly roll up to our tabletop position, taking our knees underneath our hips, hands underneath our shoulders. And at any point in time that you feel like this is hurting your wrists, you can always take your wrists out a little bit farther so it alleviates some of that deep bend, so that 90-degree angle when our wrists are underneath our shoulders, or you can come up onto your fists. It's really your choice. We'll begin by taking some cat-cows or any organic movement that you need just to get any stiffness or aches out of your body. You can move from side to side. You can make cylinder circles with your spine, allowing your elbows to bend with any movement. You can press back. Just exploring the space on your mat. Being mindful of your breath here and incorporating it with your movement. I'd like to take this time to remind you this is your practice, and you can decorate it however you wish. And remember to listen to your breath and listen to your body, and pull out of any pose that doesn't feel good. You can always come down into your child's pose or any other resting pose that you enjoy. Taking any modification that suits your body best. We'll take one vinyasa just to warm up here. So any vinyasa that you'd like, you can come into your modified version, or you can take a full one with me. I'm going to tuck my toes, walk my hands out, one palm's length, and kind of turn my hands open today. My pinkies are even hanging off the edges of my mat. I'm going to take a full deep inhale here. And then exhale, lift my knees and press my hips up towards the sky. My heels are working towards the earth as I begin to bend one knee and the other. Walking out my dog. Well, I'll find a little bit of stillness here, and then gently walk our feet up to meet our hands. So if you were in that modified version and you want to take a forward fold, you can come up and meet us, and then come back down into a tabletop modification if you'd like. So creating a bend in your knees, you can grab opposite elbows, you can slip your hands underneath your feet for gorilla pose. But just really allowing your neck to relax down as you take your gaze behind you, in between your legs here. You can find any movement here, again, exploring with space and knowing what's best in your body. Let's take a couple halfway lifts together. So our feet are hip width distance. We'll inhale, slide our hands up our shins, lifting our chest, inhaling. And exhaling, coming back down. Forward fold. Again, inhaling, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Again, 2 more times just like that. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Last one, inhaling, halfway lift. Maybe we stay here for a minute. Shoot our chest forward, gaze lifts, and we send our hips back behind us, allowing those hip bones to open up, stretching down the backs of our legs. Hands can come to your thighs here to support your upper body as you breathe. We'll stay here, take a deep bend in your knees as we round our spine, belly button pulls in, our chin drops to our chest, and then again we'll inhale, lifting our chest, maybe our head drops back as our gaze lifts towards the sky. Exhale, pull your belly button towards your spine, rounding your shoulders forward. Inhale, heart opens up, chest is lifting, gaze can lift if that's okay on your neck. And then exhale, pull in. Inhale, really cultivating your breath here. Exhale. One more time. And exhale. This time we'll inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Take a few neck roll movements here. Eyes can remain open to provide some stability. If you want to just rock your chin across your chest, you can. All right, we'll come back through center. Again, taking a few shoulder roll movements, incorporating your breath. Inhale. Shoulders come up, and then exhale, they roll back and down, really opening up your chest towards the sky. Switch directions. Beautiful. I'll come back there, center. Let's take our feet hip width distance here. We're going to work on lowering our heels and our hands at the same time. So I'll start this way for you guys. So I'm going to inhale. My arms are reaching up towards the sky, and I'm going to come up onto my tippy toes. Whatever feels comfortable for you. You don't have to come all the way up. Just keeping those heels lifted. Our ankles are working hard to keep our stability. And we're drawing up for our midline, really hugging everything in. Fingertips are reaching towards the sky, and my shoulders are pulling down my back. I'll take another inhale, lift my fingertips a little bit higher, and then exhale, my palms turn away from me, and my arms begin to lower. So my hands are going to come down by my side as my heels touch the floor, so at the same time. So you're really going to have to control the movement of your arms. Your arms will be going a little bit faster than your heels, so really syncing up our movement. So inhale, arms reach up again overhead, coming up onto our tippy toes. My palms are facing together here. And then on my exhale, palms face away as I slowly lower down with control. Heels and palms come down with one movement. Inhaling. Maybe you come a little bit higher up on those tippy toes, and then exhale, slow with control. Hands touch my side as my heels touch the floor. 2 more times just like that. Inhaling, pulling our core in now, really focusing on our breath with control. Exhale. My breath empties. So we're syncing up now our breath, our hands, and our heels. So really inhaling, slow controlled breath and movement. Heels and arms come up. Pausing at the top. And then exhale with control. Let's try that one more time, just for good measure. Inhale, slow with control. Pausing at the top, and then exhale. Beautiful. Return your breath to your normal Ujjayi breath. We'll inhale this time, heels stay on the ground, arms reach up, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back to a high plank, stay here, lower your hips, always option to drop your knees. We're going to breathe in our plank pose just for a few breaths. So really pulling your core up and in, and then if you'd like to play with your body weight, you can shift forward and back on your heels, breathing. Maybe you inhale, weight comes forward, exhale, heels pull back. Inhale, gently shifting forward. We don't want to dump any weight. Exhale, heels pull back. Inhaling, I'm shaking too, it's okay. Exhale, pull back. Last one, inhaling. Exhale. Knees come down to the earth, and we'll slowly lower all the way down to our belly. Hands slide back by our low ribs. Inhale, lift up, low cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, we'll lift up to our tabletop and stay here. So we're starting our little strength building flow. And always option to stay in our tabletop. We're going to run through it in tabletop first on our left and right sides, and then take it to downward facing dog. So we're going to lift this right leg up behind us, finding our balance here. I'll take a few bird dogs. So my left arm is going to be reaching forward. I'm really going to pull my core in, Pulling in those low ribs so they're not fraying out. Breathing, gazing forward. I'm going to take a deep inhale here. Exhale. Knee to elbow, pull in, curl in. We have this cat-like back. Inhale. And then exhale, pull it in. Slow with control. Can you inhale for 4 seconds as you expand? Pause. Exhale for 4 seconds, pull it in. One more of those, inhaling. Exhale, slow with control, pull it in. Inhale, come back through center. You can rock your hips from side to side. Shake out your hands here. Coming back to my tabletop. I'm going to lift this right leg again, still working on our right side. I'm going to bend my knee, open up my hip. Take a few knee circles here. Again, balancing evenly through your left and right sides. I know it's really easy to dip all your weight into this left side. So if you need to readjust your left knee, go ahead and do it. Switch directions in your knee circle. Again, slow with control, pressing firmly through both hands. And come back through center. Kick this right leg out behind us, our quick calf stretch. Right toes touch the floor as our heel is working back down behind us. Inhale, we'll shift our weight forward, coming back through our tabletop position. Hover that right foot off the mat. Breathe here, pull in your abdominals. Inhale, reaching through this right leg. Exhale, right elbow to right knee. Inhale, extend. Right knee to nose, pull under. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, twist. It's okay if your knee isn't too high off the ground. Inhale. One more time, each time. Right knee to right elbow, curl in. Inhale, expand, slow controlled movement. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhaling, expand. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, expand. Exhale, bring that right knee right underneath your right hip. Gently rock your hips from side to side. We'll come back, sitting on our heels, shake out your hands. Roll out your wrists. You can open and close your fingers. And then we'll come back, left side. So again, kicking my left leg out behind me. I'm going to bring my toes on the earth so I can situate my weight and evenly distribute it here. Then when I'm ready, I'll lift that left heel off the earth. My right hand reaches forward this time. Always option to keep this right hand down towards the ground. Again, deep inhale as I expand. Exhale, elbow to knee. Curl in. Now inhale with controlled breath, 4 seconds. Exhale, control, 4 seconds, exhale. Again, 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhaling. Exhale. Gently release your hand and knee back down to the earth. Take any movement in between that you need. I know it's a lot on our wrists today. All right, so really, we're gonna pick up this right leg again, open our knee, or bend our knee and open up our left hip, sorry. We're on our left side, and we're gonna take some knee circles here. Again, slow with control, and trying to really evenly distribute our weight. I'm gonna walk my hands out a little bit wider here to give me a bigger foundation. Switch directions. One direction's a little bit wonkier than the other. And then we'll come back down through center again, shifting our hips from side to side. And then setting up for our crunches. When you're ready, left leg lifts behind us again, pulling my abdominals in, not letting my lower ribs fray out. Breathe here. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to right elbow twist. Inhale, extend, and then exhale, come back down, tabletop. Press your hips back towards your heels, sitting back. Shake out your hands, shake out your arms. Take our hands out in front of us and then fingertips face down, our little Frankenstein hands. You can gently sway your fingertips from side to side just to feel any different stretches. We'll open our hands up, palms face away, fingertips towards the sky. Then we'll gently allow our arms to rotate with our hands. Feeling our shoulders and our wrists. And come back through center again. You can wiggle it out. So in our tabletop here, I'm going to kick my right leg back behind me again. And I'm coming into a modified wild thing. So I'm going to bend my right knee, opening up my hip, just like we did. And then I'm going to take this right foot on the outside of the left side of my mat. My left foot turns out behind me like a little kickstand. And my right arm is going to reach towards the sky. Opening up my chest, I'm allowing this right arm to dip behind me or even reach forward. So my left rib cage, my left side of my rib cage is really rotating towards the ceiling, allowing my chest to open up. My back right toes are facing towards the back of the room and my foot is firmly on the ground here. So we're breathing in our modified wild thing. And inhale, we'll start to turn our chest back through center. And in exhale, we'll plant our right hand, spinning our legs back behind us, coming into our tabletop position. Take a cat-cow here. And then again on the left side, modified wild thing, we'll pick up this left leg, bend and open up our hip. So our knee is pointing out towards the left side. And then we'll gently take an inhale here. Exhale, my left foot is coming to the right side of my mat as my right foot spins behind me like a little kickstand. Allowing my left leg to straighten out. My left hand comes up towards the ceiling or forward. And then really rotating from your right side of your rib cage, allowing your chest to open towards the sky. I'm lifting through my hips and my chest. My back left foot is firmly on the ground and my toes are facing behind me while this right foot is behind me like a kickstand again. Breathe here. Right hand is firmly into the earth. An inhale will bring you through center, and then an exhale will spin you back around into your tabletop position. Rocking your hips from side to side. Now we're going to try all of that. If you want to come back off your wrist, you can. We're going to try all of that in our downward facing dog, so taking it into our first wild thing. If you don't feel comfortable in downward facing dog with your wild thing, always drop your knees to the ground and work on that modified version. It's really about building strength, so don't throw yourself into something that you don't feel ready for. So really feel it, listen to your breath in your body. This is your practice. All right, so we'll get started. downward facing dog, or in your tabletop, it's your choice. I'm gonna lift my hips towards the sky. Now we're not gonna be bird dogging in our downward facing dog, so don't worry, we're just gonna take our knee to elbows, knee to nose. So when you're ready, coming into this downward facing dog, setting up how you feel comfortable. Maybe you take your hands out a little bit wider here. Let's take one cleansing breath together. So exhale wherever you're at. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, release. So I like to step my feet together at the back of my mat. My big toes touch. So my left foot is at my center line. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, bend your knee, hinge your weight forward just like we practiced earlier, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose, curl under, shifting that weight forward. Inhale, reaching our hips back. Exhale, twisting. That right knee's trying to touch our left elbow. I know it's difficult. Inhale. One more time. Exhale, knee to right elbow. You got it. Breathe. Inhaling. Extend that leg. Exhale. Knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Twist. You got it. Breathe. Extend. Exhale, drop that right foot down towards the mat. Come down to your knees. Shake out your wrists. You can interlace all 10 fingers and press our palms forward. Inhale, lift our palms towards the sky. You can bring your hands behind your head here as you lift your chest. Elbows are reaching out from side to side. You want to gently loosen up your spine and your side body. All right, coming into our left side, setting up for your downward facing dog. Again, stepping our feet together at the back of our mat. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Hinge forward. You got it. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to nose. Breathe. You got it. Tuck under. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Twist. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. You got it. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose, tuck under. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, twist, breathe. As you inhale, extend. Exhale, right or left foot comes back down to meet our right. Going back down to the mat. Catching our breath. Shaking out our wrists. Mine are really sore today, so that's why we're taking a lot of breaks. Taking any movement that you feel like you need. Again, just exploring in your practice. All right, so we're coming into our wild thing and our downward facing dog. So I want you to listen very carefully. And if you feel uncomfortable, you can always come down to the mat. Don't feel like you have to flip over or anything. You can always do this in your tabletop position. So setting up in my downward facing dog. Stepping my feet together at the back of my mat. I'm going to soften through my knees. My heels are lifted up off the earth. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Bend your knee. Open up your hip. Soften through your left knee. As that left foot turns, I'm going to gently drop my right foot to the left side of my mat. Spinning my left foot so my toes are reaching towards the back end of my mat, lifting through my hips. My right arm is going to reach towards the sky. My right knee is bent, my left leg is straight, pressing firmly through this right and left foot, lifting my hips. So I don't want to be sagging down here. I really want to lift and lengthen. And inhale will bring you back through center, and then exhale, gently step your right foot back to meet your left. We'll come on down to the earth just real quick. So when you're coming over into your foot dog, it's really important to soften through that standing leg. so you don't tweak your knee or anything. And all 10 toes are gonna spin to turn away from you. So all 10 toes are gonna be facing towards the back end of your mat. And you really wanna lift through your hips and through your chest. So this is a big chest opener back bend. So that's why if you'd like to get more comfortable in your tabletop position first, I'd really encourage that, to really lift through your hips and open up your chest if that is a new movement for you. Oh, excuse me, I need to catch my breath. So really it's about softening first and then hardening and lifting up through your foundation. So that's why it's really important to keep both feet firmly planted on the earth, bending through that top leg that dropped over, and then straightening and lifting through the bottom leg that stayed on the mat. So we're coming into it on our left side here. So we're setting up, tucking our toes, take an inhale breath here, and then exhale, lift your hips towards the sky. So coming in on our left side, I'm gonna step my feet together at the back of my mat. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Bend my knee, open up my hip. I'm gonna take another deep inhale. Exhale, soften through my right leg as I gently touch my left foot down towards the earth on the right side of my mat. My right toes turn to face towards the back of the room. Inhale, lift and lengthen through my spine. My chest is lifting towards the sky. So see how I really push my hips up. My left hand is reaching in front of me or gently off to the side. If you want more of a chest opener, it's your choice. Pressing through my right hand. Again, all 10 toes are facing away from me. Both feet are pressing into the earth. This left knee is bent, right leg is straightened. Breathe. An inhale will bring you back through center, softening, and then exhale will lift you up and over. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job. We'll come back down to the earth here. And shaking out our wrists. So it is a big, deep movement to take that wild thing. It just takes a lot of practice and a lot of control. So that's why we worked on inhaling and controlling in our bird dogs and in our breath, to really have the patience to allow your top foot to gently and softly touch down, because so oftentimes we're in our vinyasa and we really want to go into our wild thing and we just hunk and fling our top foot over to the side, and we make this big loud crashing sound, and it really sends a shock through your body, especially when you're coming into a big deep back bend and a chest opener. So you really want to take that slow and control, listen to our body, know if we need to go into it today, or know if we need to back out of it today before we go into a pose and hurt ourselves. So anyway, that was our lesson for today. We're going to go ahead and take it to the floor. Let's kick our legs out in front of us. Again, you can shake out your wrists, roll them. So we did spend a lot of time on them. Let's bend our knees and we'll take our hips towards our heels and slowly lower down to our back. Just come into a little bit of bridge flow. So you can stay here and take a block underneath your sacrum if you just want to come into a restorative bridge, or you can come into this bridge flow with me. So if you want to watch this first so you don't turn your neck in your bridge, you can. We're going to press firmly through our feet. Inhale, lift our hips, and then our fingertips are going to come towards the ceiling. My hips are going to stay lifted. As I exhale, my hands come behind me, fingertips face away. Inhale, again lifting my fingertips up toward the sky. My hips are still lifted here. And then on my next exhale, everything comes down towards the earth. So just like we practiced in Tadasana with bringing our hands up over our head and then exhale, slowly lowering our heels, we're doing that with our hips and hands now. So if you'd like to join in, inhale, hips lift towards the sky, fingertips lift. Exhale, fingertips come behind us, backs of our hands touch the ground. Hips are still lifted here. Another inhale, fingertips come towards the sky. Exhale, slow with control, lower everything down towards the earth. 2 more times, inhaling, hips lift, fingertips lift. Exhale, back of our hands come behind us on the floor. Hips are still lifted. Inhale, fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, slow with control. Everything comes back down towards the earth. Last one. Inhale. Fingertips, hips reach up. Exhale, hands come behind us. Inhale, fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, everything comes back down towards the earth. We'll pick up our feet off the ground, bring our knees into our chest, take some knee circles. You can rock from side to side. We'll gently drop our left knee down towards the earth. We'll pull in our left knee into our chest. You can take a deep inhale here as it lengthens away. And then exhale, pull your knee out and around your right rib cage, up to your right shoulder. Let's lengthen out this left leg here, making our way into a twist. So if you want to bring a block or a pillow onto your left side, you can. We'll take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, gently bring this right leg over to the left side. Right hand extends on the mat, palm is facing up. Shoulders are working on towards the earth. Gaze can stay up towards the ceiling, or you can bring it to your right hand, whatever feels comfortable. Next inhale, we'll all come back through center. You can give that knee one more good squeeze in. Gently release it towards the earth. You can have your right knee bent for right now. Reset your hips if you need to, so our body's in one long line. Pick up your left knee, interlace all 10 fingers around the outside of your shin. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, pull this knee out and around your left rib cage up to your left shoulder. Shoulders are still melting down towards the earth. Breathing here. Gently extend your right leg onto the floor. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, bring this left knee across to the right. Left hand opens up onto the floor. Again, gaze can come up towards the ceiling or over to your left hand, whatever feels best on your neck. Shoulders are melting down and you're not trying to crank anything in your low back here. Next inhale, we'll all come back through center. You can give that knee one more big squeeze in here if you'd like. Or you can bring both knees in, squeeze them together. Windshield wipering our legs, so my feet are hip width distance, or not even hip width distance. They're out almost as wide as my mat here, sorry. And then I'm just windshield wipering my legs, one in at a time. We'll take our knees into our chest as we gently rock ourselves up to a seated position. Taking a moment here to sit up nice and tall. Coming back to your Ujjayi breath. Let's take a moment and sit in a little bit of silence, allowing those experiences to sit in and our bodies to unwind. So if you want to exhale real quick just to reset our breath, take a deep inhale through your nose, sit up nice and tall. Exhale out through your mouth. And seal your lips. You can come back to that 4-second breath. Inhaling for 4 seconds, pausing for 2, and exhaling for 4. Or you can gently count your breath. Inhaling for 1, exhaling for 1, inhaling for 2, exhaling for 2, until you make your way to 10. When you've reached 10 and the final round of your 4-count breath, gently release your ujjayi breathing or any other technique that you are using. We'll inhale one last time, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. We'll bow our heads, thanking ourselves for working on our practice today, for working on ourselves, allowing our journey and practice to grow together. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's always an honor. Namaste.